Eleanor'S Mother by Laura Ketchledge. Was it a dream? Was it a hallucination? Had I lost my mind? Or was I really murdered in my past life? A few years back, I was a skeptic about reincarnation, but I am certainly a believer now. I have a routine that I practice, a combination of HemiSync CD audio meditation with a variety of guided questions to facilitate paranormal contact, questions asked not to the living, but to the dead. During my meditation, one random afternoon in 2009, I posed the question, who was I before I was me? Nothing happened. Truth be told, nothing usually takes place during these sessions. I went to sleep that night, almost forgetting what I had asked that afternoon. During my sleep, I woke up with all my senses electrified, and I knew this was more than a lucid dream. But where was I? Could I have entered into an altered state of astral projection? Was it possible that I had detached from my body and traveled to another plane of existence outside of physical reality? I was befuddled. At the same time, I was fully alert and aware of standing in some great golden-colored chamber. The texture of the walls I can only describe as dense, while appearing lightweight, almost swirly. The color was more than gold, an airy, beautiful hue that I can find no words to describe. I held on to myself like a humble child, hugging herself with her arms, unable to speak or move. There I encountered a woman. Only her face and shoulders were visible, like in a square picture frame, but not the rest of her body. The edges of the square were clearly defined, with a shadowy haze directly behind her. She looked at me, as if she were expecting me. As for her age, she was over 50 and heavyset, with brownish hair. Next, like a proclamation, she informed me. I was your mother. Your name was Eleanor. A jealous boyfriend murdered you in 1942. Those were her precise words. Suddenly, I was abruptly pulled back into my physical body. I found myself sitting up in bed, stunned at what had transpired, unable to catch my breath. 2 days later, I was quietly standing in a swimming pool when a picture, that's the only name I can come up with to describe it, was presented to me like a snapshot. I was able to see two things at the same time, my view of the pool and a strange woman's face. My gut told me the woman in the picture was me, when I was Eleanor. I had straight, shoulder-length red hair, parted on my right side. My eyes were blue and somewhat small. I was a young adult, and a bit overweight, but not obese, with fair skin, almost to the point of being pale. My nose was straight and pointed, framed by wide cheeks that were full, almost plump. I had a pronounced chin, not a big chin, a distinct chin, and a face that was not beautiful or unattractive, just more or less average. A girl next door. Seeing my mother in a past life face, speaking my name and what year I died, felt surreal. Being told I had been murdered had the most unnerving effect on me and made me wish I had never posed the question. More information than that has never come to me, even though I have tried. My sixth sense tells me that Eleanor was killed with a large knife, perhaps a butcher's knife. Eleanor's mother wouldn't have given me so many details without a reason. That seems obvious. I saw Eleanor quite clearly, and I might be able to recognize her face again, perhaps in an obituary or a family photo, if I could find one. There is a puzzle that needs to be solved in my present life, a link to the person who was me. Unable to fully express what I saw with words, I took to canvas in Eleanor's Mother. I invite you to discreetly roll up your sleeves, get on your computer, and search for me. Go through obituaries, archives, court records, and newspaper articles around the world to find Eleanor. Wouldn't it be something if Eleanor's killer was still alive and I was able to confront him? Please contact me with any information that you find. I try to creatively reproduce my experience on canvas in Eleanor's Mother.